Good morning, everyone. My name is Paolo Volpari. I'm the head of marketing Europe for SIG. A couple of statements about SIG, so who we are. SIG is a leading solution provider, system provider for packaging. And I can say that we are also globally the only one offering beverage carton, like the one that you see in my hands, aseptic spouted pouches, and also bag-in-box. But I don't want to bother you too much about who we are. Today, I want to specifically talk to you about beverage carton, so this kind of packaging that you see in my hands for tomato products. And I think that everyone sitting in this room is eager to know about what's happening in the future, about what's going to happen in the next year. Of course, as a packaging solution provider, we are at the end of the value chain. And so I want to do with you a kind of exploration about what happened in the past. I want to analyze what happened in the past in order to be able to also predict and understand what's going to be relevant for consumers in the future. So we start from a B2C perspective. And you can see on the screen a kind of virtual store check in Europe. So how the shelves are looking like in Europe on average when it comes to tomato product. This is a segmentation that we did according to Euromonitor, so probably my colleague that is speaking later can tell you a bit more. However, what we can see is that currently 45% of the shelf in Europe is hosting cans. That is still the first mostly adopted solution for tomato, for consumer units. 27% is beverage carton, 7% glass, and 9% other substrates. What I think is relevant to notice here is that in terms of consumer units, beverage carton is the only one growing in the next 10 years, plus 3.4 percentage point in terms of fair share. That is, it's a nice number. However, another nice number is 1.4 billion. That is basically the cartons sold in Europe in 2022. It's almost double compared to the same picture in 2008. And I can also say that beverage carton are playing a leading role in terms of fair share in countries like Greece with 87% of the shelf, 55% of the shelf in Spain. Again, Germany and Nordics, half of the shelf is populated by such a solution for tomato product. Now, I don't want to celebrate the success of beverage carton in the past years with you today. I want to talk more about the reasons behind such a success, and there are at least two angles to analyze the performance that we can discuss today. The first one is about the properties of this pack, and the second one is more about more than meets the eyes, so the technology behind the aseptic technology and the aseptic filling for tomato products. Let's start from the first viewpoint, and intuitively, but not obvious, the lightweight. It's one of the advantages of such a solution for consumer units. It is 3 times lighter compared to a can, for example, this packaging solution, and this is obviously an advantage when it comes to deliver convenience to our consumers. Then again, sustainability. It is a huge topic, and probably it is too limiting to have only a bullet point on a slide to talk about this topic. However, I can tell you about the unmatched CO2 emission LCA performances of beverage carton. If you go to page 28 of the Tomato News that you have, I think, in your hands, you can see the LCA study that Nadia showed in the presentation before. And of course, CO2 is one of the most important KPIs to measure and to monitor the environmental performances of a packaging. Beverage carton are outstanding performing here in terms of CO2 emissions are lower compared to cans, glasses, and also sometimes pouches. And this is mainly driven by the fact that 75% of these packs is coming from paper, forests. So it's coming from renewable material. Moving forward, optimal shape. So having a regular shape, like the pack that I see in my hands, it's something that allows you to save space, not only on shelves, 30% on retail shelves, but also in the logistical processes before and after the filling process. And then, last but not least, consumers and shoppers are always important, because they are the ones that are paying our salaries, are the ones that are buying the products on shelf, and are the ones that are taking decision in the last moment of truth. And in terms of purchase intent, we see that there is a huge gap in Europe. We did a research in UK, France, Benelux, with an international institute, and basically what it has been shared by this study is that consumers that are buying beverage carton or this solution for tomato products currently are 1 on 5, so 17%. But the declared purchase intent is much higher, 67%. That means that the availability on shelf of this solution, beside the fact that in some countries the fair share is still really high, if you remember Germany, but also Nordics and Greece, there is still a gap between availability of these solutions and the willingness to buy of the shoppers. More than meets the eyes, I said. So let's go to the second angle to analyze the success of beverage carton for tomato product. The aseptic filling technology for tomato, of course, especially the technologies that we are offering in SIG, are offering a really lean production. So using less space, less utilities, we are working every year to improve the utilities, the cost of utilities to optimize the utilities that we are that our fillers are using to work and to fill packs. Then second, that is more scientific insight. The product, especially the tomato product, is less stressed compared to alternative filling and alternative processes. The aseptic filling process is able to grant less thermal stress to the product compared, for example, to the retort system, where basically the sterilization is happening after the filling without autoclaves. And this is a huge advantage because the color of the product, the natural taste is preserved, and this is obviously something that is able to deliver a competitive advantage when it comes to offer a nice product to the consumer. Then technology behind, with the same filler, you can manage different kind of recipes, different kind of product, from tomato passata to chopped tomatoes or tomato-based product with pieces inside. And this is obviously an advantage when it comes to maximize the adoption of the technology that is sitting in tomato producers' factories, but not only. And last but not least, flexibility in terms of volumes. Beverage carton, obviously, they cannot cover the range of the bagging box, but obviously from 125 ml to 2 liters, there is the possibility to enter many retail channels, e-commerce, B2B, the HoReCa business that is again growing after the pandemic. So huge flexibility in terms of shapes, formats, fitments allows really to cover many opportunities, and obviously it's linked to the success of this substrate that we registered in the past 15 years. Probably the most interesting part, what's next? I have a really qualitative slide here. However, I think it's well summarizing what would be relevant and crucial to be I would say, future-proof in the next years. First of all, we need to keep granting a delivery of healthy solution, healthy food to consumers in an affordable way, in a convenient way, and something that is better for the planet. So sustainability is not only crucial for the PPWR that is coming, but also for consumers. Consumers are paying attention to details, and details are making the difference. A beverage carton is matching all of these 4 pillars that are, I would say, the building blocks of the tomato industry, but not only in the future. The preservation of food, we already said that the aseptic filling processing is more gentle with the product. That means that we are able to deliver, we can deliver to consumer a better taste, a more healthy product without the using of preservatives. Affordability is also crucial. Affordability means that it is required a value chain that is bringing efficiency on top of things everywhere, from the production to the storage to the logistical chain. So this is where the difference can be made. Conveniency, lightweight, easy to hold, easy to be stored also from consumers. This is another element that is very important. Last but not least, better for the planet. We talk about LCA. We talk about many different features of beverage carton. Now I want to talk to you about what SIG is doing to improve the environmental performances of carton, because we are still not the perfect solution. We are a good solution, but it's not the perfect solution. The first actions that we already did 10 years ago, and now it's going to be available also for the tomato industry, so for oxygen-sensitive product, is taking out the aluminum layer. The aluminum layer in multi-layer pack allows good protection, or the best protection from oxygen and light, as you know. However, it is the element aluminum that is having the highest impact on the LCA of such a pack. So removing it, we can even more improve the environmental performances of the packaging. Today, consider that the aluminum layer is really thin, so it's less than a human hair. So we are talking about 6 micron or 9 micron, depending from the structure. So it's already minimalized. However, the next step is to remove it. And removing it, we can improve the performance from a CO2 perspective. That is basically the second point of this slide. Of course, the use of recycled material, it is also very important. For food content reasons, it is still not possible to use recycled paper. We can offer a recycled content when it comes to plastic content of our packs. It is already available in our portfolio. And of course, be designed for recycling and being ready to be recycled and scale, it's another very important aspect. Beverage carton are designed to be recycled. We have a very, I would say, challenging target, but also achievable target in our agenda. First of all, 85% fiber content by 2025, so compared to the current 75%, that is a kind of interim step before reaching 90% fiber content by 2030. I want to end my presentation before your question, just telling you about SIG a bit more. We have 200 customers in the world, in more than 100 countries. 10,000 are the customer product, the SKU we are managing every year. That means 49 billion packs produced every year between beverage carton, bagging box, and spouted pouch, with 9,000 employees. Our partners, I see some of them sitting also in this room, are a leading player in many industries, including tomato. For any other question, please reach out to me, to our team. We have a booth here, still time this afternoon to visit us for more detailed questions. And I think we have 10 minutes or something now for other questions. For the moment, thanks for your attention.